everyone, this is Miss Wood here with the directions on how to apply to VJAS through the reviewer platform. To apply to VJAS, first you'll want to visit vjas.org. Then you'll click on the tab in the upper right-hand corner that says Online Submission and Reviewer. This will take you to the online portal for your application. You'll notice that there are two links. If you are a student who is applying to VJAS, you'll click on this second link. If your school is not participating as a school membership, you'll need to pay for an individual membership fee. Make sure you check with the teachers at your school. They may have already paid for you. All right, next, to access the reviewer portal, you'll need to either create an account if this is your first time applying, or if you've applied before, you can log in with your previous login. If you're making a new account, you'll want to make sure that you use an email address that you have access to and you can check regularly. And for your password, you'll want to use something that's easy to remember, like a student ID number. Once you're logged into your VJAS account, you'll need to select whether your school is a member or isn't a member of VJAS. So if your school is not a member, you'll need to pay an additional $10 membership fee, but your school may have already paid for you. If you're not sure, there is a way to check. So I'm going to click the second option here that my school is a member. And then I'm able to check through this list. And my school is on here. So if your school isn't listed, then make sure that you go ahead and select that individual membership or reach out to your school. So next, you'll need to put in all of your demographic information. So if you're in middle school or if you're in high school, and then you'll also notice that that affects the categories. You'll need to select what category you'll be entering in. Make sure you check the VJAS handbook to find the best match. You'll also need to complete all of the fields. It will not let you progress forward unless you've completed all of the required fields. Make sure if you've got a team member that you include them as well, that you've got one partner, two partners, or three. All right? So next, we'll move on to the part where we are going to submit our paper. So first, you'll need to input the title of your paper. Then you're going to need to upload a copy of it. I recommend that you save a PDF of your copy to your desktop of your computer, and then you can upload it here. You'll also need to note whether this is a continued project, and you'll need to let us know how many times you have presented at VJAS before. You'll need to check this box that your paper has been reviewed. And then you'll also need to complete these certification statements. You'll notice that it is required for all projects. So you might be saying, well, my project had nothing to do with vertebrate animals. Then you should select no for this statement. If your project wasn't about recombinant DNA, again, you should select no. If your project is about any of these different areas that require certification, you need to certify that you followed the rules of VJAS and select yes. So I'm going to go ahead and select no, and then we move on to the human subject certification. So if your project involved humans, you'll need to read these two options very carefully and select the one that applies to your project. If you worked with a mentor, so this would be like a professional scientist, or you worked at a research facility, you'll need to certify that. If you worked with any pathogens that are toxic or controlled, you'll also need to certify that you followed the rules of VJAS. And then everyone needs to certify that they followed the general safety guidelines for VJAS and select yes here. So next, you'll need to provide an e-signature for the certifications. So to do that, you'll click on Agree. You'll get your name in there. You'll select the date, and then you also need this information about your sponsor, the VJAS sponsor at your school. So you'll need to know what their name is, you'll need to know their email, And then you'll also need to know the best phone number to reach your sponsor. So make sure you get that information. Once you've completed all that, you can go ahead and click Submit. And to submit, you'll click OK. So next, I'll have an overview of my submission and the costs. If you would like to add an additional submission, that's where you can do that right here. Add another paper that you would like to apply to VJAS with. Once you've reviewed your order and you've selected which projects you are applying with, you'll click Proceed to check out. So now it's time to prepare to pay for your application fee. So you're going to need to enter in your contact information, your billing address, as well as your credit card information. Once you've entered all that in, you'll click Place Order, and congratulations, you've applied to VJAS.